what's behind it is very simple. It's just that I like electronic music, but I also love classical music and in general orchestral music. So in my spare time, I very often listen to films music or classical. So I just thought, okay, well, if I like that, if I like also metal music, if I like all these influences, why wouldn't I compose for it? So I just try to mix everything, and that makes my style, I guess. That's the ultimate form of playing my music, I guess. It's the best way to show it, to present it, and to play it.
It's quite cool, actually. I think with classical music, the great thing is that it's like you can really mix it with anything, even though it's not actually done that much. We tend to kind of stay within, like, together within that one style. So when I met Kevin, we started like recording a few things together, and then there was the idea of actually like doing the tour, trying to bring, like, firstly it's the first time I play electronic violin. I usually play acoustic, so that was like a first change. And then the idea to bring like melodies together with electronic music, it just makes it, it just brings a new audience to, I think, to both, which is really cool. Sometimes, like, from the classical background, people have said to me, I think electronic music there's not enough melodies in there. So I think when you bring the two together, it kind of pleases everyone.
I was a classical musician because I met Kevin about 7 or 8 years ago because I was in the orchestra. But for now, I just play with him, so I just play that kind of music and not at all classical music. I always wanted to do that kind of music and that to express myself in that way on stage. So for me, it's amazing to be here and to play around the world with amazing musicians, amazing composers.
In general, I try to don't work more than 8 or 10 hours per day because it's music, so you get very easily tired, and then well, properly speaking, the music maybe 6 or 7 hours. But for this show, I probably worked 15 hours a day for 5 months non-stop. So yeah, it requires a lot of work and kind of sacrifice as well, because of course you would like to go out with your friends and have drinks and whatever, but you have to focus on what's on what you really want, on what's your goal and objective. So yeah, it's and I think that's the case for everybody here. I mean, we all sacrifice every day to be a better violinist, to be a better cellist and a better composer, and that's it. And something, it's a life that kind of a lot of people want, and if you want to have it, you have to work harder than the others. The people tend to admire you as soon as you do something that they like, right? So the tricky thing is that you have to know that you still have a long way to go, but also to be satisfied with what you do and what you did. And it's very tricky. You have to find the right balance, you know? In my case, when it wasn't working, or actually even every day when it's not working as I would like it to work, I always say to myself, okay, it's because I'm not good enough. So for me, this is my engine. This is what drives me. But everyone has his own way to work, right? And when I had the first successes, live or not, by the way, well, it's complicated. You say, okay, it's good. Some people like it. That's great. But maybe I could do better, and maybe more people could like it. Or this was good. This has a good intention, but maybe I could have done it better. So I don't know. Nothing is perfect. You can always look for better. And we worked very hard on this show. I spent maybe 5 months writing this show, and then we had rehearsals with some of these guys for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and we also worked together for years. So it would be actually very difficult for me to tell you how long is the road to arrive to something like that, because it's something that you create over the years, after tracks after track, months after months, and every time we see each other, we learn from each other, and we discover new things, and we experiment. And so this time is the biggest show, I guess, in Tbilisi, and I can't wait to show it to the Georgian people. The Georgian musician, the Georgian orchestra, they play very well. It's very nice to play with them because they're happy to be here, and it's great. It's great, really, to play with people that are very involved in it, and they want the project to be a success. And so it's great. It's really nice, and I also learn sometimes new approach, since they don't really play exactly the same as my orchestra, my usual orchestra. So it's very interesting to change and to play with them.
The Tbilisi Youth Orchestra.
You guys have incredible musicians here in Georgia, so we're more than happy to play with them.
You come and you play straight away with new people, but it was great. We straight away got on and everything just like clicked in literally like an hour, so it's amazing.
You guys have very interesting scales and very interesting melodies. So I would love someday to do maybe an experiment or a collaboration with a Georgian band or choir, right? Maybe that's the next project. Maybe next time we will invite a Georgian choir to sing with us. That would be great, yeah. So if you're a choir and you look for experimentations, so here we can do electronic and choir, so yeah. What is the sound of Georgia? Oh, I don't know. I think Georgia would sound very, very warm, very round as well, very welcoming, something that would comfort you in some ways. So someday I should definitely try to write a track about Tbilisi, because it's really a city that I love, and every year I come back here and I miss it when I'm not here. So everybody can do whatever he or she wants. You just have to work, to put effort in it, and to believe in yourself. And you don't need a lot of equipment at all. That's false. That's really false. It's better to start with almost nothing and try to learn little by little, and don't look at a musician career like a mountain. More, you should look at it like step by step, and every step you take, closer you get to the top. So yeah.